guys, it's Dr. George. Let me put there's a lot of braids under there. Hello, guys. How are you? So if you come in and you're watching, I can get the comments. So let me turn my phone down and put it on Do Not Disturb. I have two books, and I already kind of started Tucked In Tuesdays this morning. So I got to read to this wonderful group of kids at Trinity. So I am so glad. Thank you, Ms. Hebert, for that invite. And welcome to Tucked In Tuesdays. I'm so glad that you joined me. So I'm getting on my private page so that I don't miss any of my friends that listen to me on my page and their comments. And I have 3 comments here. Hi, Miss Sandra. Hello, Miss Wilkerson. Cheryl Bushy. Hi, I miss you so much. I miss you too. And Mike, greetings from 2022 Special Olympics USA Games in Orlando. Oh, Mike, that is cool. Hi, Wesley, and welcome back, Mr. Pollard. Hello. So it's glad to see you guys in. So let me get on my private page and try to fill this in. There we go. And I see Miss Como. Thank you, Miss Como. And I don't know if your grandbaby is watching, but hello. And then she said, I look adorable. I've been waiting for you all day. My grandkids are excited. That is so good to know. And hi, Riley and Rolanda. Hi, Riley. How are you? So I have 2 books. My first book is an AR book. Now, if you guys are in summer school or you're doing any reading programs this summer, this is I Do Not Like Elle's Hat by Erin McGill. So I'm going to go ahead and put the information up. So it's scrolling at the bottom. It's about a bunny, I guess. It's a bunny that's tired of being pulled out of a magician's hat. So Herb the Rabbit looks for a new profession. So the author is Erin McGill, permission granted by HarperCollins Publishing. So that's my first book. And this is the AR information. So if you want to go ahead and put that in, it is AR quiz number 187885. Book level 1.66, which means a first grader at the 6th month of school, and it's worth a half of a point. So, and then my second one is MVP Kids Celebrate Bedtime. So I do have something special. Guys, type in there, don't go away. Dr. George will be right back, but I have to show you guys something. Now, let me turn on the light. All right, I'm back because I forgot a very special part about MVP Kids. So I'm back. So if you guys turn on the light because it was a little dark. And so I have a few more. Hello, Dr. George. Mike said I volunteered on Friday and Saturday at the airport and greeted teams from 31 states plus DC and Guyana. Cool. Good evening. Hi, Miss Jackson. Hello, love. You always make my day. All of you make my day. All righty. So here we go. Sunshine. So my first book is I Do Not Like Elle's Hat. And remember, I said the second one, let me put that information up, is Celebrate Bedtime. And it is author Sophia Day, illustrator Stephanie Strauss, permission granted by Real MVP Kids. So you'll like that one. If you have a little one, that'll be my second book. So let's go ahead with I Do Not Like Elle's Hat. So here we go. And I don't read these books in advance, so this is all new. And let's see, I have a comment. Oh, she said, LOL, little insider there. I do not like Elle's Hat, Erin McGill. So I do need to turn my light off. Erin McGill. Okay, so let's see what happens. Why would a rabbit be unhappy about that? Another night, an abracadabra, Elle's hat. So there's the bunny. And it's dark. What is a magic show without a rabbit coming out of a hat? I do not like Al's hat. So there he is. He doesn't look very happy. I do not like the spotlight. I do like the applause, and I do like carrots. So he gets thrown carrots, but he doesn't like the bright light. But that is not enough. My ears have had enough. I need a new job. So he leaves. Lillian Boudreaux and a blessing said, we love you. Good vibes. Yes, love you too, Lillian and a blessing. What else can I do? So he looks up jobs for rabbits, wild rabbit, veggie farmer, maybe a pet rabbit. So he's looking for a new job. Being a wild rabbit could be exciting. My ears blowing in the breeze, the open road, adventures. Just thinking about being a wild rabbit. But I do not think I'm cut out for the wildlife. So there he is, falling off his little moped. All the other rabbits. Hello, Megan. Being a farmer seems much less dangerous. My very own farm, the great outdoors, and all the vegetables I can eat. And so he's crossed off the wild rabbit on the list. So now he's just focusing on his other jobs that he has a possibility of getting. I do not think I am cut out for farming either. So he ate the entire crop of carrots. Pet rabbit it is. This job looks right to me. So he's got his pros and cons. Wild rabbit, pros, freedom, no top hat. Cons, dangerous, hunting carrots. Veggie farmer, pros, veggies. Cons, lonely, too many veggies. Pet rabbit, pros, safe, warm bed, love, friendship. Carrots, cons, I don't know yet. Hi, Kim. And so there he saw pet rabbits wanted. Sophie, 4 years old, 145 Lake Drive. Nice house with kids of grass, with lots of grass and vegetable garden, looking for a very fluffy rabbit to be best friends, likes to play dress up and put on shows. Please come right away. If you are the right rabbit, there will be cake. So then he sees another, a dentist, keep your chompers chomping. Custom clothes for the handsome hair. Tommy, 5-year-old, 22 Main Street, looking for a rabbit who likes to play video games and baseball, must be able to play catch and swing a bat. He's going to the little girl. Let's see what happens. Hello, I'm Herb. I saw your ad for a pet rabbit. I am here for the position. Hi, I'm Sophie. Hop in, Herb. Let's go for a ride. So immediately whisk them away. Immediately. We'll talk about that in a little bit. So let's see what happens now. You are just in time for the show, said Sophie. So there's Sophie. There he is. I don't know what's going to happen here. We can be anything we want to be, said Sophie. Ta-da! Clap, clap, clap. Hooray! Let's have cake. So he was pulling something out of a hat instead of being pulled out of a hat. Herb, will you stay and be my best friend? Asked Sophie. And spend another day with Sophie? Yes, because I do like the spotlight. I do like the applause. I do like carrot cake, but I love Sophie most of all. Hi, Miss George. Mrs. George, my sister-in-law. And that's it. So made a new friend. So that's the AR information for this book. It's an AR book. Second book, Get in your bed, get your blanket, get all cuddled and snuggly because we're about to celebrate bedtime. I know some, I'm getting my blanket too. I know some of you are just like, oh, bedtime. We don't, hi, Malcolm. We don't even have school. But guess what? Still got to go to bed, boys and girls, and adults too. Some of us like to stay up late, myself included. Hello. So we're about to celebrate bedtime. But I'm going to turn on the light so I can show you the book. Celebrate Bedtime by Sophia Day, illustrated by Stephanie Strauss. So I'm going to turn off the light. So we're going to get started. Put your little one in bed. Time for bed. The night has come. I'm thankful that my day was fun. I pick up toys from the floor. Don't ask for just 5 minutes more. Good night, little one. Good night. Put them to bed. So here's the cool thing, parents. If you get this book, let me show you something really cool. Guess what? The characters in the books, they're puppets. I have puppets for every one of them. Bedtime snacks at the kitchen table while Dad makes up a funny fable. Tell another dad about adventures we'll have. And he says, Jol Ja, my stores, good night. That's Korean for good night. And it tells you right there. It's Korean for good night. So it tells you how to pronounce it here. Jol Ja. Hello, Miss Betty. How are you? Hello, Daryl. When those we love are far away, they say goodnight when it's still day. Saba on a video call blows a kiss and says, sleep well. And she speaks Hebrew and is Lela Tov, my darling, good night. And then it tells you how to pronounce it. And it shows you the pronunciation there. And it's not letters, boys and girls and adults. Pajamas, superhero pink, abuela's kisses on my cheek. I'm feeling just a little weepy. It must mean I am getting sleepy. Buenas noches, my dear, good night. Buenas noches is Spanish for good night. And there it gives you the pronunciation, and it tells you at the bottom. Brush my teeth and comb my hair. Try to use the potty chair. Good bedtime habits keep me healthy. Usiko Mwima. Usiko Mwima. My loves, good night. It's Swahili for good night. So there it is. Pronunciation. And then Swahili. Cuddle in our reading book nook to read my favorite bedtime book. Calming down from all my wiggles, sharing secret little giggles. Wan on, my dreamer, good night. It's Chinese for good night. Let's end our day with thankful thoughts for fairies, stars, and shiny rocks, for soccer balls and friends to play, and all the things I learned today. I'm going to try all these sayings. Boa noite, little champion. Good night. Hi, Dr. Johnson. That's Portuguese for good night. So I don't know if I said it right, but that was Portuguese. You can only try, right? Turn on my shiny princess light, just enough to calm my fright. I'm a little scared. I whine. You are safe, my mommy signs. And this is Hindi. They say soup or tray. Brave little one, good night. Hindi. Nope, I'm not messing them up too bad. Come on, spaceman, to the launch pad. Just one last good night flight with Dad. Time to close your eyes and dream. Buona notte. Astronauts, good night. That is buona notte. That's a language. It's Italian. It's Italian. So let me try again. Buona notte. That might be right. Italian for good night. Fidget, squirm, and toss my head. I don't want to stay in bed. You must stay, my darling one. While you sleep, the morning comes. Las. Le la sa say, la le say, eda. That's Arabic for good night. I love how all those moms are represented. But mommy, I'm not tired now. Then look at books until lights out. If you're having trouble falling asleep, hum a song or count some sheep. I knew you would know, Dr. Johnson. She said, I did the Italian right. Stay on, Dr. Johnson. I probably need your help for more. She knows a lot of languages. Go ta na. That sounds like go to bed, go to night. Little bookworm, good night. That is German for good night. Let's see what language we're going to learn. I give my mom a little grin, so glad she's here to tuck me in. I know I'm safe and I am loved, and soon we'll share good morning hugs. I love you, my child. Good night. And then in the back, you'll see all of the kids that were celebrated in this book. Okay, parents? If you want this book, you go to the Real MVPs. .com. I'll put it in the comments because I'm going to show you the other thing. MVPkids.com. So I put the website there. So let me show you www in the front. So let me fix that. Let me fix www.therealmvpkids.com. Hi, Miss Johnson. So I think we got them all. Yep, they're ascending now. So I'm going to head and take the other ones off, but I got to show you. So all the puppets are there. So this little puppet has a hearing aid, okay? And she's in some of the books because there's a huge selection of books. This is one of the characters that you saw in the book. Here's another character that was in the book. Let's see. Here's another. And I had little tags, but Raleigh decided they were tags that needed to be removed. And I have another one, and his tag is still on. And this is Leo Russo. And Leo has canes or walking sticks. And he loves to learn about our solar system and how things work. Those are crutches. His crutches help him get around and do almost everything other kids can do. He speaks Italian. Okay. So he was the kid that spoke Italian in the book. Okay, the next kid here's another one. So those are the kids, and you learn about their families through the book. So parents, if you're trying to teach your kids about anything, you're having a hard time. And there are a few chapter books. So let me go over my books that I read last night. Tonight, I Do Not Like Elle's Hat. Okay, that was the AR book. Remember that. That was the AR book with the AR information. And then we had this book. So my biggest takeaway because I do not like Elle's hat. Man, what a revelation. So right now is the time that everybody's looking for teachers, especially If you're new, fresh out of college, they are looking for a job. Okay. Some of us already have a job. So Lillian or either a blessing asked this question. What school are you going to? So Dr. George will not be a principal anymore. I'm going to be a I always have to think of my title because it's so cool. I am going to be a experience culture director for golf credit unions. I'll still get to work with kids, do financial classes. It wasn't that I didn't like the school. I wasn't like this rabbit and said, I don't like this anymore. But sometimes life just makes it where you have to make changes. So I was just like him. In this book, I related to this book so much that I had to think about what would I do if I didn't teach or didn't, I wasn't a principal. And so I had to, just like him, weigh my pros and cons of what I would do, right? Found out what worked, didn't work, but still didn't have a job. And just like him, there wasn't an ad, but I received a call that says, hey, look, blah, 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 blah. So when you get that, you got to kind of go and see what it's about. So I did that. And guess what? I found out that it was similar to what I would have loved to do. So there. So my biggest takeaway from this book is sometimes where you are is not where you have to be. Now, boys and girls, with you, you're like, Dr. George, I don't have to get a job. That is so true. But guess what? Sometimes when you're in a teacher's class and you're like, I don't like that teacher, give it a chance. If you've been in it long enough and it's still not working, then you ask to leave. Don't ask the first day because you wanted to be in a room with your friends. So this could relate to you in any way. So just because you don't like it doesn't mean you have to be far removed from it. Because remember, here he was in the head. And watch this page. This stood up so much. Hi, Dr. Knight, Kimber. So remember, he was in the head here and not happy. But look at him here. He has the hat. He's using a hat. Oh, but here's my revelation again. So you don't have to remove yourself totally from something you don't like. It may be just the way you use it or just the way you perceive it. So great book. Another little wink from above. The second one, celebrate bedtime. So my biggest takeaway here is no matter where you are in the world, no matter what language you speak, your parents want you to go to bed when they tell you to go to bed, basically. But no, really, my biggest takeaway is love on your kids up until the very point when they go to sleep, because their sleep just kind of moves into the next morning, right? You wake up with that stuff on your mind as adults. So remember that about your kids. What happens at night, they bring it to school the next day. And then we have to deal with it because we're not quite sure what happened and they don't tell us. So those are my two big books. Now, next week, I'm working on something very special, but I will show you next week's books. It's a lengthy book, but you're going to learn how a city works. It's a science book, so it's going to be factual. You guys loved the guts last week. How a City Works by DJ Ward, illustrated by Violet Lee May. I'm trying something very special for next Tuesday. So How a City Works is the book for next week. So I'm going ahead and tell you permission is granted by Harper Collins, and I'll let you know if it's an AR book or not. Stay tuned for next week. And boys and girls, the end of June, the beginning of, you guys are going to be going on a cruise with me, just like last year. So you'll be watching the back of the ocean as I read to you in the middle of, I don't know where, but tucked in Tuesdays, the last week in June or the first week in July, you'll be getting it from a cruise ship. Remember, if nobody else tells you, Dr. George loves you. Good night, guys. Good night.